Hello again, everyone. This is Vital Myth for CardRunners.com. Today is part 2 of my two-part series regarding pocket pairs, and more specifically, the construction of probability trees and usage of Excel to actually very rigorously mathematically break down how much of a difference it makes to play with a somewhat more robust strategy rather than being very straightforward. Now, this overarching concept applies to many different things that you will encounter every day as a poker player, but one of the simplest and clearest examples is in the playing of pocket pairs. These two videos are companion material to an article that I wrote that circulated in some newspapers on June 2nd of 2013. If you follow this, if you type this URL that's Google shortened on this page into your browser, you'll be able to find that article and see what the inspiration was. In part 1, I talked about doing a probability tree and showed how to do that and some principles for making sure you do it right. And in part 2, I'm going to talk about actually building a spreadsheet to really figure out in actual dollar amounts how your expectations change with some additions to your plans. Please enjoy. So now what I want to do is actually play with the spreadsheet that I came up with. And I'm going to, again, go through it very quickly. There's kind of a whole lot that goes into it, but I'm going to explain it all, but I'm going to do it very quickly. And hopefully if you go back and run through it a few more times, then you'll actually be able to kind of understand exactly how it's working. Okay, so hopefully this looks okay. So I want to explain everything that you're looking at. I'll go from left to right and just talk about what each thing is, and then I'll go through how to play with it and tweak things and sort of what everything means. So the results of the hand I did first. I just made this list that's on the left. You'll notice that this is actually 16 results, not 17. The reason is because this one right here combines two results that are very similar. Those are the two results where the hero either does or doesn't face a c-bet, either does or doesn't flop a set, and then doesn't face a c-bet and ends up just taking it down. I just combined those two into one. So this represents the 17 nodes, but just in 16 because two of them are combined. The column that says net, these figures here, this is the amount of money either won or lost by the hero in the course of that result. So the easy ones to explain are like when the hero flops a set and then gets all in and wins, how much money is he going to win from the flop forward? And that actually is interesting here because this is not correct. It should be a couple dollars more. So proofread your spreadsheets before you make videos. Anyway, the amount of money that the hero is going to lose, this one is also incorrect because it should be 97, not 100, because the investment is already 3 big blinds pre-flop. And so on and so forth. All of the results, if he bluffs the turn, bluffs the flop unsuccessfully, he's going to end up losing 18 big blinds post-flop, and so on and so forth. The probability column indicates the calculated probability of each of these results. That is the process of going through the whole probability tree, which is implicitly represented inside this spreadsheet, and multiplying all the probabilities that go from the start of the hand to that terminal node represented by this result in this entry here. Okay, so you'll notice that if you look in the equals column for the formula of each of these probabilities, they're all defined as something else somewhere else on the spreadsheet. Every single one of them does not have a number with the exception of these kind of 1/3 distributions. And I could even customize and adjust that. And in fact, I would prefer to do so. The weighted net column in D is just the product of the probability in C times the net result in B. So if 47.65% of the time the hero is going to lose $3, then the total contribution to his overall results, his overall expectation, is just the product of those two numbers, which comes out to losing $1.43.